What's up, YouTube? Nick here, and welcome to my very first cutting video. Not my very first egg cutting. I've done this before, but this will be my first video of me egg cutting. So what we've got here is a clutch of eggs. They are on day 61. So really it's amazing that none of the heads are poking out yet. But we're going to cut these guys open and see what we got. This clutch K over here, we're going to start with that one, and it was a normal bred to a fire spider. So we have possible normal, possible fire, possible spider, and possible fire spider. So those are the four possibilities. Let's see what we got. We'll start with K1 right here, and I'm going to try to hold this where you can see it. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is get hold of it so we can make our cut. Alright. Get some egg goo. See in there? You see in there? That kind of looks like a normal. So I think our K1 may be a normal. Could be a fire. It's hard to tell, but we've either got a normal or a fire there. Alright, let's try K2 here. Hopefully I've got enough video left on my phone to actually take this video. So I can see it's going to be quite long actually. Alright, K2. Egg number 2. This one is upside down. Can you see it? It's really hard to see this one. I believe this one is a fire spider. This one is very, very gold. It's got a clear belly. It's either a fire spider or maybe a fire. He's turned completely inverted, completely upside down. I think this is a fire. Yeah, this really looks like a fire, not a fire spider. So you can kind of sort of see some pattern there, and that's not a spider pattern. So I believe this is a fire. Alright. Okay. One spider, or one normal, one fire so far. Alright, how about K3? Let's go this way. Just cut right along that ridge right there. That should be the safest way to do it. That is a normal. That is definitely a normal. So, okay. Got 2 normals, 1 fire. Hopefully we'll see something a little bit more exciting here. The fire is pretty exciting. I take that back. I'm kind of excited to see the fire come out of the egg. Alright. Keep a steady hand here. I don't have the steadiest of hands, so we're a little shaky. Oh, got some egg goo coming out of there. I can get up under here and pull this back so you can see. I'm having trouble. What we got? We have what looks to me like another normal. You can see that. Maybe a fire. That may be a fire. I can't tell for sure. Normal and a fire are kind of hard to tell apart, especially at this stage. So that's a maybe. That's either a normal or a fire. Can't be sure. But it's certainly not as bright as K2. K2 is absolutely a fire. So I'm thinking K4 may also be a normal. Alright, K5. Have yet to see, we've got 4 eggs now, have yet to see a spider at all. Really like to see Diablo contribute here. Okay, I have to get under here. This is a little bit tricky. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's see. Show me what you got. There's a spider. Alright, there's a spider for you. Might be a fire spider, not sure. It's an awfully light. If it's a spider, it's an awfully light colored spider. But I'm thinking that's just a spider. If I got 2 of them, I'd compare them and say, you know, one was a fire, the other one was a regular spider. So, got the spider pattern for you. That's either it's either spider or fire spider. Can't tell. Can't tell you for sure. Alright, K6. K6, let's see. What can we get? It's a really difficult egg to cut, I can tell you that much. Real careful here. This is another spider. I can see it already without just through that little crack that I just made. Absolutely a spider. Is it a fire spider? I think it may be. I believe that is a fire spider. Let's see. Let me look at K5. Hard to tell. Really hard to tell. I think this one looks a little brighter than K5, so I believe this one is a fire spider. I don't know if you can see. We'll see when they get out of the eggs, but again. Alright, last but not least, K7. Well, this is the last of clutch K. We also have clutch M, but I will get to that in a minute. This is a juicy egg, so hopefully it doesn't get too nasty here. Okay. Well, if I can get a hold of it. This is not a spider, I can see that much. But I can't see much of anything on this one except that, okay, here we go. This is a fire. K7 is a fire. I don't know if you, can you see that? Be real gentle here with the scissors, but that is absolutely a fire, no question. Okay, so we've got two definite fires. Looks like three normals. Three normals, one of those possible fire, K4 possible fire. So we got two fires, three normals, and two spiders, question mark. Maybe fire spiders, maybe regular spiders. Hard to tell in the egg. It'll be a lot easier to tell when they actually pop out. So whenever they decide to pop out. Okay. Now I have one egg from Clutch M. So let's go ahead and see what it is. Clutch M is the same fire spider crossed to a pastel. So we've got the same four possibilities that we had with Clutch K, and we're adding pastel, we're adding bumblebee, which is spider pastel, we're adding the two awesome ones, firefly, which is fire pastel, and firebee, which is fire spider pastel, a triple. Alright, so starting with M5, and then I'm going to have to go and get the others. The others are over on the other side of the counter here. Let's take a look at M5 first of all. See if we have anything cool. Now this is the egg. This is kind of a special egg because this is the one that barely had any veins and I thought was infertile, and I almost threw it out, but I decided for some reason to wait a few days, and I checked on it about a week later, and lo and behold, it had veins, and now it has a baby snake, which appears to be a normal, maybe normal or fire. I want to say normal. Okay, that's all right. It might be a fire. I don't know. I'm looking at that pattern there. That could be a fire. Normal or fire. One or the other. Hard to tell. When they get out of the eggs, it'll be a lot easier to tell. I will be right back with the rest of Clutch M. Give me 20 seconds. Okay, let's get these centered for you. See if we can see them all four. So we've seen M5, we've got M1 through M4 now. So let's start with M1. Now let's make it snappy because I'm running out of video here. These eggs were spotted. All of Mocha's eggs were kind of spotted. They kind of look like Yoshi eggs a little bit when she laid them. You can still sort of see that. Not as much though now that they're kind of collapsed here, getting closer to hatching. This is some sort of a spider, I'm not sure. That kind of, sort of looks like a bumblebee. That actually, it's hard to tell. I don't want to get too excited, but that almost looks like a firebee. That looks way, look at that. That looks way brighter than anything that came out of Clutch K. I think that's a firebee right there. I sure hope so. Sure hope so. We'll know when we get out of the egg, but I honestly think that's a firebee, which would be awesome. So, M1, Let's look at M2. I'm actually kind of excited now. So I'm about 90% sure that's a fire bee we're looking at right there. This one, M2, is a fire. That is a fire. Almost sure. Almost sure. Don't quote me on that. Believe that's a fire. It's very, very hard to tell the normals from the fires unless they're just a really, really good one like K2. K2 is an obvious fire. Really nice one. But they can be a little bit hard to tell apart. So I'm going to say either normal or fire on M2. Alright, M3 has got vermiculite stuck all over it. See if we can get some of that. And we're going to cut right here along this ridge. This is a pretty easy egg to cut, actually. And this one, definitely got fire in this one. Definitely seeing fire. Could we have a firefly? Boy, if I got a firefly and a fire bee in the same clutch, how awesome would that be? No, that's more of a spider pattern there. Honestly, I'm not real sure about this one. This is a really weird one. It's kind of spotted almost. Look at, can you see that? It's almost a spotted looking pattern. That may be another, might be another fire bee. I'm really eager to see these guys get out of the eggs, I can tell you that. I see fire in that one for sure. Kind of see spider. That is a weird looking little snake right there. Looking forward to seeing that one out of the egg for sure. The fire bee is 1 in 8. It's a 1 in 8 chance. So the idea of hitting 2 of those things out of 5 eggs, I'm just not sure that I want to believe that just yet. But that's what it looks like. It really looks like I have 2 fire bees. Alright, last one. Last but not least, this is M4. M4, what are you? Hard to tell. I think you may be... I'm surprised that I have not seen pastel yet. Seems like Diablo's doing all the work except for the fire bee, but that is a fire. That's absolutely a fire. You know, when I see one like that, it really makes me look at those questionable ones and say those are probably normals. That is definitely a fire. That is gorgeous. Alright, no firefly, but looks like maybe 2 fire bees. Cross your fingers. Cross your fingers. These two, M3 and M1, they both look like fire bees to me. So, yeah. Be very, very anxious to see these guys out of the eggs, for sure. M4 is a fire. M2, I'm going to say, is probably a normal. I think M2 is a normal, and I think M1 is a normal. So for clutch M, it looks like 2 fire bees, 1 fire, 2 normal. So, pretty good odds if that holds up. We'll have to see them out of the eggs for sure, but preliminary, tentatively, that's what I'm seeing. All right. This has been my first cutting video, and hope you enjoyed it. Hope we get some cool stuff. Looks good so far. See you later.